Can you guys talk a little bit about the fan support and what it means to have like a big crowd like this out here supporting you for this, one of the biggest games that you guys will have starting up the season?
I thought it was amazing. I mean, I was so happy to see our community out there like that, and loud. And when we got into cutting that lead down, they were hype. And, we were so appreciative and, just look forward to seeing that the rest of the season.
A game like this do for you going forward? Where do you go from here? I know that this is really early in the season to play, the #1 team, but what's your perspective now?
We like every game. It's a learning experience. Like I said before, I thought we fought in the second half. But when you get yourself in a hole like that against a great team, it's hard to get yourself out of it. But we really feel like they're a great team, but executing wise, we need to be better. And that's why you play a team like this early in the season. It gets you ready and it gets you prepared. Later down the line when you'll see a team like this again.
How important is Talia to this team? Comes off the bench, 7 offensive rebounds, giving a lot more chances on the offensive side of the ball, and then some big blocks that really help in transition.
Well, her and Candace are a great 1-2 punch, in the middle. And so her contributions off the bench are crucial to our team. I mean, we don't make some of the runs that we made in this game without her being on the floor, getting the block shots, getting the rebounds, and getting us some opportunities in transition. So, I'm very, very happy to have her coming off the bench for us.
Coach, what were your thoughts on your defense as a whole today?
Well, I thought we played fairly well. When when you play a zone, you're going to give up shots. You're going to give up outside shots. But we felt like we could, defend them a little better in the zone, and I thought for the most part we did. They got some open looks late in the game when we really needed some stops, but that's the chance you take when you play zone. So overall, I thought we did a pretty decent job.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about the positive takeaways from this game? In the beginning, you guys hung in with UConn, and then towards the second half, you guys started to come back, build a momentum. Can you talk a little bit about some of the positives that you girls took away from the team?
Well, there are lots of positives to take away. I definitely felt like our team competed. I think Maggie Lucas showed why she's one of the best shooters in the country and one of the best offensive players in the country. She's relentless, and when she gets, an open look, she's going to knock it down, and she played her heart out against, a defense that was really keyed on her, and she was still able to get a lot, get some good looks and get some decent looks and knock down some fantastic shots. I thought our post play competed against, again, 2 of the best posts in the country. We talk about Stewart and Dolson. I thought they competed and battled. I think we've got to get more from our bench overall. And, that's all freshmen. Besides Talia East, it's all freshmen. So we got to find a way to get them to come along so they can give us a little bit more. So there are a lot of positives that we can take away. And the best positive is that it's November 17th and we've got 29 more games to play. So we take some lessons and we get better and we will be fine. We will be fine.
Geno, when you looked at women's basketball as a collective whole, where does Penn State fit into it? And what do you like about their program and the trajectory of it?
Well, they, since I can remember, back in the 70s and 80s, they've always had a basketball tradition here, a women's basketball tradition, and kind of took a little bit of a downturn there for a little while, and Coquese, I think, has done a great job of recruiting and a style of play. That's probably why the fans enjoy, coming to the games. This is one of those. This is one of those places where you can be really good and you can create a lot of excitement and get a lot of people in the community involved. And I think they've done that. There's probably 20 schools in the country that people think of as, being really, really, really good and from top to bottom and everything, and they're probably one of them.
Coach, what were your thoughts on Penn State's defense today?
I thought last year and this year, they're one of the more physical teams that we play against. They're big, they got some big bodies up front, and it was difficult for us, both years, last year and this year, to really establish some stuff in the lane, because they do a pretty good job of clogging that up, and that's why, we knew that transition-wise, we were going to have to win the game. Making threes, we were going to have to win the game. But yeah, they're not that good for no reason. You can't just think you're going to outscore people. You've got to be a really good defensive team, and they are. And we had some problems with it today.
Mindset guarding Maggie Lucas, how tiring a day is it guarding her?
I mean, she's a great player, and she really uses screens well, so it's kind of tough to get around the screens and everything, but I think your mindset going is you can't let her catch the ball, because once she gets it, then she's a threat. So I think you want to do your work early and make sure she doesn't catch it, and I think my teammates did a good job of helping me get around the screens and stuff like that.